Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Long Beach State Dynasty as we continue Season 3 in non-conference play. We go up against Michigan this episode, and this is the only ranked team that was on our schedule this season. Now, a lot of you guys have asked where Dalton Jett did transfer. He ended up transferring to Pepperdine, but he does have to sit out a year before getting playing time, so it will be one more year until we get to see him in a Pepperdine uniform. Now, Michigan has already lost one game. They are 2-1 on the season. Remember, they are a Big Ten powerhouse right now, and like I said, they were in the top 25 before, so they have a very, very good squad. A lot of young players, too. You can see a lot of their guys are sophomores in the high 70s, low 80s. And they also have a good mix of talent all around their roster. This is going to be a very tough game on both ends of the floor. So hopefully our guys can come through here in Ann Arbor. And Michigan does win the tip. So let's see what Long Beach does on defense to start it out. And that is an and one. And J.D. Joyner gets called for the foul. That is the sophomore, Ben Braxton. This starting lineup for Michigan has 4 sophomores and 1 junior. They are going to be very good in years to come. So here they are playing the full court trap this time. But how about Zion Storm getting all the way to the bucket? And he starts us out on offense as we now get a nice possession here on defense as Spratley gets the rebound, pushing it up the court. Let's see what he does. He passes it out to the wing. This time it's Joyner. He gets the start in this game. I like to have him come off the bench sometimes because to lead our second unit. But here he is once again getting it to Baz Helcott, who gets the and one to go. And how about the senior in the middle of our team? He is a leader and honestly a mentor for William Caesar, but he does miss that free throw to convert the and one. So here's a deep three this time taken by number 30, Derek Franklin, the sophomore. But look at this, passing it all the way up the court, and Storm misses an open layup. And that one does open it up for Michigan to come back down and tie the game, and they do. And it is a jump shot. It's now a 7-7 ball game. We're playing pretty good defense started out, though. So here is Ben Braxton at the top, and he lets it fly over the other number 0, Zion Storm. And Michigan takes the 9-7 lead. So here they are running in transition. This time working it inside and a missed shot, but a rebound by Vernell Weeks. And he puts it in. That's actually Vic Bragg, the sophomore. And it's a 5-point lead early on in the first half. Missed 3 this time is rebounded by Terrence Martin as he pushes it off the floor, up the floor, giving a break to Zion Storm. Here is Macklin, and he shoots the 3. Tamir Macklin, the true freshman, he is a sharpshooter. That's probably most of his game right now. He takes a ton of threes. So here, rebound this time by Apsley, and here we are pushing it up the court. This time is J.D. Joyner getting to the lane, and he does get the foul on Vic Bragg, actually not the only sophomore. I mean, he is one of the sophomores in this starting lineup for Michigan. But you can just see Michigan's pretty potent on both ends of the floors. There is a fadeaway, too, as now they have the early 7-point lead. But we do work it back to a 5-point lead. This time it's CS Bands in the game, passing it around to the corner, and that is Spratley for 3. Spratley actually is shooting around 40% from 3 this year. A great improvement for him. So here, driving to the lane, this time getting their own offensive rebound. And Spratley's got to corral those rebounds there, and it's now 23-20 here as Michigan has the lead. Here are benches in the game, but this time it's a pass inside to Helcott. That's a nice pass by Madoki, who can handle the ball a little bit as he does get into the game for most of his defensive purposes. So here is a deep 3 this time, Michigan. They can do it all. They can shoot from deep and score inside. It's an early 4-point lead here, a minute and a half to go in the first half. There's another 3-point shot that time by Michigan. As let's see if our bench can answer back. So now down by 7. A corner 3, Tamir Macklin again, his second of the first half. We're shooting 38% from the floor to their 44. As Michigan has a sizable lead here. As soon as we get close, they tend to stretch it back out. It's now a 6-point lead here. So under 30 seconds left. Another 3. This time nailed by Michigan. Their bench scoring has been pretty good here in the first half. But here is Storm at the end of the first. Passing it around this time. Spratley has it at the top. He's going to try to get to the lane, but he gets ripped. Now a 9-point lead, a heave at the buzzer, and that is going to be off the mark. but Michigan, their bench kind of outshines our bench there at the end of the first half. I like our bench going into this season. I still have high hopes for them, obviously, and I think this is a very tough matchup, a good test for this team. We're only down 9. So here to start the second half, Michigan is shooting 47%, and we are shooting less than 40, so let's see if our offense can get going. So here is Storm starting it out with a 3 in the corner. Nice play design to get Zion Storm going, and it's now a 6-point lead here for Michigan. Now we steal it. Good defense by Contavious Morgan and Martin as we now push it back to Morgan. It's a 3. That was actually Backlund on the defensive side of the ball. And now it is a 4-point lead. 36-32. Morgan, another D2. It's now down to a 2-point lead. Every time we work it back, though, Michigan does answer back. Now with a 36-34 lead. Free throw jump shot. That's going to be knocked down. And they try to kill this momentum. Now it's a 40-36 game. Storm this time getting the pick from William Caesar. Pick and roll. Nice execution on that one. William Caesar gets an easy dunk. And now it's a 3-point lead here for Michigan. 44-41. Pass back to Caesar again. Storm finds his big man. That's going to be a pretty good combo here in the next 2 years, as Storm is a junior this season. So here's a corner 3, this time taken by Terrence Martin, who is a freshman this year. He's not going to get a ton of playing time, but he is going to play to kind of give Zion Storm a break. And now we're to a 48-48 game. We finally tie this game up, but a foul that time on Zion Storm. So now up by 2 is Michigan, getting a rebound, running in transition, passing it up court, and this time it's going to be a layup in traffic, and that is good to go. Now back to a 4-point lead for Michigan. So rebound this time by Helcott. Here's William Caesar running in transition all the way to the bucket. That's one of the things that I loved about him in recruiting, is that he can put the ball on the floor and run the court. It's now down to a 2-point lead. Here is Baz Helcott in the post. It's an and 1, 7.5 to go. Baz Helcott with his free throw can take the lead, and the free throw is off the front rim. And now it's 52-52, 7:22 to go. But here's a jump shot. This time Michigan answers back, and that is Vernell Weeks, the only junior in their starting lineup. So here's a steal this time. Caesar trying to do too much with the rock, and they push it up the court, get the easy transition bucket. It's now back to a 4-point lead. But Joyner showing some heart, getting to the bucket after the pick, and he does trim it to a 2-point lead now. Joyner with the ball again. A little playmaking, driving to the lane. It's a floater, and it's 56-56, 5 to go. Free throw line jump shot, but they answer right back. It's good. It's now 58-56. Now Michigan, another deep 3. This time it's good. It's up to a 5-point lead now. Let's see if our offense can answer back. Here is Tamir Macklin, a 3. Nice pass by Zion Storm, putting it right where he can get it, and a nice jump shot once again, giving it back to Storm. Another jump shot. It's a 61-61 ball game, 2 minutes to go. Nice block that time by Caesar. Rebounded though, and they get it to go, and it's now back to a 63-61 game. Pick and roll this time, passing it to the corner. J.D. Joyner for the 3, 64-63, a minute 48 to go. Missed layup opportunity. This time Michigan gets the board, and they put it back in, and that's Vic Bragg, who makes it a 1-point lead for Michigan. Now, once again, another jump shot. That time it's Ben Braxton, now a 3-point lead. We're down to a minute to go. Storm looking to get a shot, passing it around the corner. Storm in the corner for 3, and it's off and rebounded by Vernell Weeks. And now Michigan has an opportunity to put this game away. We have to go to foul here late in the game, and that puts Leon Buckles, one of their best free throw shooters, on the line, and he nails that one, bringing it to a 6-point lead. And now up to a 7-point lead. Is now under 5 seconds left, just jacking one up with Spratley, and that one will be off. And LBSU loses this game by 7. It was a great game up until 2 minutes left, when Michigan just kind of took over with some great shots, and they have the shot maker, so do we, but they just had a little bit more. than we did here in this matchup. Joyner had 10. He was in the starting lineup. Storm had 11. This is a very well-rounded game from our bench and our starters, to be honest. Madoki played well on defense. Actually gets a little bit of playing time. He gets rebounds as well. But I loved what I saw from our defense. And the defense side of the ball was very, very good, very, very efficient. I think we started out slow, and that kind of hurt us in the long run. But I think we put up a pretty good fight versus Michigan, a very good team. So now we hop into some more non-conference games as we actually take care of business versus an ACC opponent in Boston College, where Hellcat had 32 points in that game. You know, one thing that William Caesar brings to the table is that he can rebound the ball, and I think that is actually opening up opportunities for us to really score on the inside because we get second chance opportunities. We have another guy inside that can rebound the ball with Baz Hellcat. I think it's definitely helping us so far. So we get 2 wins in a row right there. Now we play Oregon State, and look at this. We are beating teams by 23 points. I mean, this is a different looking team. Rebounding, we're out rebounding every team now. That was 34-32. Now we play North Texas, and look at this. We are out rebounding them by a whole lot. Look at this, double the 52 to 27 rebounds. Madoki comes off the bench. He's a great rebounder. He had 21 rebounds off the bench in 20 minutes. That is incredible. And that is a big reason why we're doing so well. We have the ability to rebound the basketball this season. It has definitely made a difference. But as soon as I talk about that, we get out rebounded by a whole lot. This time going up against UCF, 46 to 24 in the rebound department. I mean, you're going to have games like this, but for the most part, we are playing extremely well. Now going up against Liberty, once again winning the rebounding matchup, and now it's 60 to 43. Let's just hop into this game and see how this team is doing. So up by 17 points, I should say, is here is Joyner starting it out with 8 minutes to go here in the second half. Pump fake by Zion Storm, getting to the basket. And it's good. This is the largest lead of the game for LBSU, up by 19. So here's a steal this time by Storm. Monsetti is carrying it up the floor, going to pass it to the corner. Macklin, he's going to reset up the defense, calling for a pick from William Caesar. Passing it back out. Tony Monsetti for 3. The freshman hits it. It's now a 22-point lead here with 5.5 to go. Here is Storm now getting the pick. This time moving to his spot, taking the 3, and that rims around and is good. It's a 25-point lead at this point. Working it back out. Corner 3, Storm again. It's good. This team is just clicking on all cylinders right now. I think that Michigan loss actually fueled us because now we see we can run with anybody, as here is Spratley, who leads our team in three-point percentage. He's shooting about 42% this season. And he hits that 3, and one more from Storm. He hits that one. It's now back up to a 20-point lead, under a minute left. Here is Liberty running in transition off of the steal. Storm on-ball defense, and a block by Hellcat. That is the type of team we have now. You can't go inside. Hellcat's going to be there. William Caesar's going to be there. It's just so much defense on the inside, and Madoki coming off the bench is such a great force as well. And here is Contavious Morgan to add insult to injury. Another 3 just pulls up from deep. 23-point win here for LBSU. We win at home, actually. That was versus Liberty. Versus actually a good Liberty team. That's actually one of the best teams in their conference, and we ended up beating them by 23. I think that just shows the deepness, I guess, of our bench and seeing how far we've come as a unit here in season number 3. Look at this. Caesar, 4 blocks, 13 rebounds, 12 points. Hellcat, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 1 block. I mean, those two together are so lethal in the middle. And then give Spratley 16 points. I mean, that is going to be a recipe to win every single time out. And then Joyner, he's a playmaker. He's not going to be that big-time scorer. He's going to have those games where he just erupts for scoring. But if he can play make like he does, 5 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, I mean, I'm going to take that any game. So next episode, we will finish up conference or non-conference play and just hop into conference play. Actually, we might as well highlight the season 3 recruits as well. So we'll hop into that next episode. Zion Storm leads us in points per game, almost 20, 19.3, 8.4 assists. So both of his numbers are going up, and that just shows the talent he has around him now. Caesar and Helcott are almost averaging a double-double, 11 and 9.3 from Helcott, and then 10.1 and 9.5 rebounds from William Caesar. I mean, those two, like I said, I can't say enough about, I wish they had the potential to play like all 4 years together, or at least 3 years. It's only going to be 1 year they get to play together in the middle, but they are very, very good. And Joyner is only averaging 4 points, but 4.4 assists as well. I like that. He's second on the team in assists. And then we have just a deep team. I mean, just looking at Blaine Ashley, he comes in. I haven't had an opportunity to play IT Thomas as much this year, but it's because, other guys are just taking his playing time. And then Spratley, like I said, he's shooting 45% from 3, and he's actually taking the second most 3-pointers on the team. That is an excellent improvement by Joseph Spratley. So now we'll finish up non-conference play, hop into the top recruits in season 3, and then get into conference play right away. So I think that's what we're going to do next episode. I think I'm going to highlight one of the first conference games. So I think I'm going to highlight maybe 1 or 2. I'll see. I'm going to get through the non-conference and get through maybe 1 or 2 of the conference games. And then we'll quickly get through the regular season. I love the postseason tournaments, so I want to get to that part as fast as I can. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. We're coming back more with LBSU Dynasty, so stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I be trying to do me, but they be trying to copy though. Only problem with that is they not me though. People act cool, but really they be shiesty though. They say they got your back, but they ain't even behind me though. I be low key, but police be trying to find me.